Okay. It is Crypto Faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless, guys. I'm back at it again, poolside as usual. Let's get the likes up right now from the beginning, and let's hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. I'm dropping gems consistently on the channel, and today I've got another one. We're talking about X1 today. The price of Zen is up, which is great. I think we're up like 13% today, which is lovely. But today I'm going to actually speak about why X1 checks every single box. Yes, it checks every single box, and everybody's going to want it. Now, we're going to get into that today. But first, let's get into the wider market as usual, and it's going to be juicy. We got BTC sitting above $57,000, guys. It's about 57,200. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. If you guys know, I've been saying this from the beginning, right? I've been saying this from 20K, right? I've been saying we're gonna go up, and up. You know what I'm saying? Is like all the way to the all-time highs, and especially like in recent history, as soon as we pass 50K, I told you guys we're not gonna be in the 50Ks for long. Okay, the reason why I said that is because there's not much resistance in the 50Ks, and I've been saying that for weeks now. It feels like I think it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Whenever we pass 50K, but yeah, the reason why it's not much resistance in in that level in the 50K range. But we also have a Bitcoin ETF, guys. This is what a lot of people are forgetting. We got a Bitcoin ETF, right? We like yesterday was the biggest inflow or the largest inflow for our Bitcoin ETF. The largest inflow, I think it was $2.4 billion of volume. Like, why are we betting against the ETF, guys? Why are we betting against the bull run? Why are we betting against Bitcoin? I don't understand. A lot of people are like, oh, I think the price is going to go down. Bruh, people have been saying that since 20K. It went up 25, went to 30K, went 35, went to 40K, went to 50K. Now it's 57K. It's nearing the all-time high. And you still have people out there betting against Bitcoin. It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. It's really crazy how much you can be wrong, and still stick to it. But anyway, we've been right a lot on the channel. We've got a Bitcoin ETF that's producing ridiculous amounts of inflows in this market. I don't see why, or I don't see a reason that we should bet against it, right? That's just me in my opinion, guys. That's just me in my opinion. I don't see why we should bet against Bitcoin, especially now. All right. So let's get into. I mean, the altcoins are going crazy, right? Can't forget about that. Altcoins are going up. Ethereum's looking good, and we said that's a leading indicator for the altcoins as well. So everything's looking good right now for us to see some ridiculous action, guys. You guys should be excited. You guys should be patting yourself on the back right now, but we're just getting started, guys. Right? We're really just getting started. I mean, we're still pre-halving. I always say everything pre-halving is pre-season. It's not the main season, bro. It's not regular season. It's pre-season, right? These are extra gains. These are the gains that you're getting for being early. Okay, the real gains come much later on. So I'm bullish right now, as you can tell. All coins are bullish. Does that mean that we're not going to get a pre-halving dump? Who knows? We can still get the pre-halving dump. But right now, I see us getting into the 60Ks or at least 60K. All right. Right now, I see us getting into the 60Ks or at least 60K. And that's where I expect to see some resistance. Now, it's not going to be easy getting past the 60Ks. It's not going to be easy getting past the all-time high, right? That's the battle, right? That's where the fight comes in. So it's going to be tough to get past the all-time highs. But once we do, then it's just rockets, explosions, fireworks. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Anyway, let's talk about Zen, man. This video is about Zen and X1, okay? Specifically X1 and why I believe that X1 just ticks every single box, and it's basically gonna be something everybody wants. And let me explain. The main thing is narrative, guys. Narrative. I always talk about narrative on the channel. Basically, crypto is all about narrative. Okay, you need to be in coins that are in the hot narratives for that cycle, and also coins that are just time tested and basically do well in every single cycle, right? So when it comes to hot coins, I'm thinking AI, right? Hot this cycle. Gaming, hot this cycle. Anything related to Bitcoin infrastructure, Bitcoin DeFi, Bitcoin Layer 2, Bitcoin inscriptions, ordinals, BRC 20s, Yeah, anything built around Bitcoin because of the ETF. That's the reason why, right? Because of the ETF, anything built around Bitcoin infrastructure is a narrative this cycle, right? It's really simple to really pick these things out, or to spot, what's going to be the narrative. Okay, Bitcoin ETF. Okay, anything built around Bitcoin is doing good, right? Go look at stacks. Go look at anything built around Bitcoin. It's been doing great, right? So at the end of the day, those are the narratives, and there could be more. But I'm just saying the hot narratives, right? And then you have the time tested narratives, the tried and true narrative. I always tell you guys, it's the layer ones, right? Layer ones do good every single cycle. It doesn't matter if it was 2016, 2017, 2020, 2021. This cycle, we're seeing layer ones do well every single cycle, and that is for a reason, guys. It's for a reason. Layer one blockchains are the heart and soul of crypto. It's the heart and soul of crypto. It's why I talk about layer one so much on my channel. It's why I brought you Flare at a penny, and now it's 5 pennies, over 5 pennies now. It's why I brought you Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is doing great. If you, if you got in, when I called it a few months back, it's why I'm talking about X1, because layer ones are the heart and soul of the blockchain. Think about every coin that you're in, right? Just think about this conceptually. Every coin that you're in is on a layer one blockchain. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. Every single coin that you're in is on a layer one blockchain. Layer ones are the king of crypto. Okay, they do well every single cycle. Some coins, have like the old cycle narrative, and next cycle they're not as hot. That narrative, or you can call it cycle two narrative, cycle one narrative, a new narrative for the cycle, whatever. That doesn't exist when it comes to layer ones. Every single cycle you see layer ones do crazy. Look at Solana. Solana's layer one blockchain, right? What did Solana do this cycle? It went crazy. Solana was under $10 a year ago, and it went all the way to $125 just a couple months ago, right? And it'll probably go up a lot more, throughout the rest of the cycle. So the thing is this: layer ones are always gonna do good. It doesn't matter if it's third cycle, this cycle, fourth cycle, fifth cycle. It doesn't matter. Layer ones are the king of crypto. It's the heart and soul of crypto. Okay. Most people who are smart actually only get into the coins on the layer ones just so that they can build up their stack of the layer one coin, right? That's pretty much what a lot of smart people do in crypto. So anyway, I think you get the point. Layer ones are popular. Okay. Yeah. What about X1? All right. Oh, let me say this. Okay. Let me give you some alpha right now. Now, what if we can combine the two? I just said that layer ones are tried, true, time tested narratives that always do well. All right. Then I said there are some other narratives that are hot, like AI and gaming and Bitcoin infrastructure. What if now you could take the layer one that always does well every single bull market, and then mix it with some hot narratives? That's called narrative on narrative. And I've been bringing you guys coins like this, from the beginning. Just the one that comes to my mind is G Swift, right? The one we made 10, 11, 12x on, right? That one is a gaming coin, but it's also modular blockchain, but it's also this and that. It's also this and that. It's got like 5 different narratives built within it. It's narrative on narrative on narrative, and that's why it did a 12x, right? So far, and it's probably going to do a lot more throughout the rest of the cycle. So you want to get something that has narrative on narrative, 2 or 3 or 4 different narratives. If it has all of that, that's like prime time gains. That's like recipe for price appreciation. Go ahead, like the video, guys. I'm giving you guys free alpha. This is free alpha right now. Find a coin, layer one, boom, tried and true, tested, then add some hot elements to it, hot narratives, AI, gaming, Bitcoin infrastructure, whatever the case may be. We're seeing that with X1. X1 is narrative on narrative on narrative. And I'm going to explain that right now. So let's talk about the features of X1. All right. X1 blockchain is meant to be a hybrid blockchain. Okay. It's not just meant to be a proof of stake on it by itself. No. It's not just meant to be proof of work alone. No. It is a proof of work, proof of stake, DAG. It is a hybrid of all of those. Okay. If you think about hybrid blockchains, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? If you've been around for a little while, then you understand, what happened with, I think it was Caspa, right? Caspa is a hybrid blockchain and DAG. I think they call it a block DAG, right? Caspa did crazy numbers just last year, guys. Just last year, Caspa did crazy numbers. So you think people are not looking for another Caspa? They are. That's how people invest. They narrative invest. Caspa did what? Whoa, I need to find the next Caspa. How many times have you ever heard that? I need to find the next Shiba. I need to find the next Caspa. I need to find the next whatever. Like people are always trying to find the next thing in the same narrative because they saw the price go up, right? So people are looking for the next Caspa hybrid blockchain. Guess what? X1, brand new, coming out after having hybrid blockchain, proof of work, proof of stake, DAG, maybe the next Caspa, right? So you gotta think about that, guys. There's just so much coming together. The culmination is crazy. So what are the features? The other features of X1: 40 million EVM transactions per day, guys. 40 million transactions per day. I think the other day the testnet did like 2 point something million in a day, and then I believe Jack said in Telegram that that they're gonna work it to get to about they expect it to get to about 40 million transactions per day, right? So that's dope. What else? Compressed rollups for inscriptions. Yes, inscriptions. When we think of the new tech for this cycle, one of the only new techs this cycle, there are not many, but one of them are inscriptions. You think of ordinals and BRC20s and all. What did I just tell you? Everything that surrounds the Bitcoin space is a narrative. Bitcoin infrastructure, anything that was built around that is a narrative this cycle. Okay? And guess what? We're using that in our blockchain. We're using that in our layer one inscriptions. So that's new tech that we're gonna have in X1 that the other blockchains don't have. Just about every other blockchain doesn't have it. What else do we have? Solana style multi-layer consensus. So guess what? We're gonna have some of the best features from Solana. The thing about Jack is he's taking the best features from everywhere, right? He tested Zen on every single blockchain to find the flaws, to find out what works, to find out what's the best blockchain, to find out what features that he should add in X1, and that's what he's doing. So one of the good features from Solana, even though Solana just is a chain that just breaks all the time, one of the good things about Solana, it has a multi-leader consensus. Am I going to get into the tech behind that? Absolutely not. This is crypto faceless, guys. I don't get into the tech. I'll tell you about the narrative and I'll tell you why the price is going to go up. And we've been very successful doing that. What else? So Solana's not going to be able to say they got something we don't got. We got it too. Next up, AI. Yes, I said AI. AI neural network for performance analysis and quorum selection decisions. So if you want the explanation for that, you got to go somewhere else. I said this is crypto faceless. I'm not getting to the tech, but what's the first word that you just heard right now? AI. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Anything with the name AI in it is going to do crazy this cycle. Why? Because everything outside of crypto is AI. All the technology advancements right now going on is AI, guys. The more advancements we get in AI, we're gonna see all of the AI coins go up. It just point blank period, right? We got OpenAI just came out with Sora. I think they call it Sora. Basically, you give it a prompt, a little one sentence, and it makes a whole movie for you, right? Whole movie, they look like real people and real animals. It's kind of crazy. So when things like that come out, it's gonna push up the AI coins, and we've already seen this market was actually led by the AI boom, right? When ChatGPT came out last year, a lot of the AI coins took off first. First coins to go up this cycle were the AI coins, right? And it's going to continue to be that way throughout the rest of the cycle. But the name is all we have to have, right? We got AI in our blockchain. That's crazy. Like that's all you need. I remember back in 2017 ish, around that time, when the traditional finance markets were really against Bitcoin. They were against crypto, but they loved blockchain. They used to always make a separation between crypto and blockchain. It's kind of crazy. Every if you're watching Bloomberg, if you're watching CNBC or any finance news, they would always come on there and be like, we're not into crypto. We don't care about Bitcoin, but we like blockchain, right? Every single stock on the stock market that had blockchain in their name went crazy. Like companies were putting blockchain in their name just so their stock will go up, or they would, like, describe their company as something to do with blockchain when it didn't even have nothing to do with blockchain, right? But it was a fad. Everybody wanted to do it. Same way AI is the fad right now, guys. You have AI in your name, AI in the description of your product. It's gonna go crazy, right? So we're actually one of the only chains that's gonna be using AI in our blockchain, in our layer one. That's crazy, guy. That's narrative on narrative on narrative. What else? It's going to be EVM compatible. Obviously, that's great for adoption. You want to have adoption. EVM is what everybody pretty much uses. Instant finality, parallel transactions. Like I said before, we ain't getting into the tech. This is Crypto Faces. But what I'm trying to tell you right now is we have narrative on narrative on narrative. Number one, layer one, tried, true, time tested narrative. It always goes up every single cycle. Number two, we're a hybrid blockchain. Think about Caspa. Caspa went up thousands of percent just last year, and they're a hybrid blockchain. Guess what? We're also a hybrid blockchain. Narrative upon narrative. Guess what? We're using inscriptions. Inscriptions is a new technology for this cycle connected to Bitcoin. Guess what? We're also using inscriptions, and no one else is, pretty much, right? Narrative on narrative on narrative. Guess what? We also are using AI in our blockchain. Who else is using AI in their blockchain? They're not. We're the only ones. Guess what? Narrative on narrative on narrative on narrative, guys. Need I say more? Need I say more? This is a recipe for price appreciation. And if you think that people are not, after I just explained everything I just explained, and you just took that in, do you think people are not going to want X1 when it comes out? I'll just leave it there, guys. And guess what? The more people want X1, the more the price of Zen goes up. That's for another video, guys. That's the alpha right there. I just dropped so much alpha in this video. Give me a like, give me a comment, hit the like button, smash it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. I think I should have convinced you to subscribe by now. Anyway, it is Crypto Faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless, guys. I'm out. Take care. Have a nice day.